Hey guys, welcome back to Memory Space. This is Fro speaking. If you've been struggling to spell and memorize meanings of English words, Memory Space can help. The phonemic system I use on this channel is 75 common phonograms and 31 spelling rules proposed by Denise Eide, the founder of Logic of English. It logically explains pronunciation and spelling for 98% of English words. Easily unlock the meaning of words and apply morphemes inspired by Norman Lewis. The overall word power made easy. My videos about the introduction of these tools are in the core fundamental series. If you are interested in the structure behind English words, please check the link on the right corner. And if you want more fundamental videos, please leave the comments or hit the like button to let me know. In this video, I'm gonna demonstrate how to apply them to study the structure of scores. So let's get to this. The first word is zygomatic bone. Zygomatic has 4 syllables and the stress is at the third one. The first syllable is zy, z, I. The third sound of y, e, I, e. The second syllable is g, g. The first sound of g, j. The first schwa sound reduced from o. The second sound of a, o, u. The third syllable is mat, a. The first sound of a, r. The last syllable is ik, e. The first sound of e, I, e, y. K. The first sound of k, s. The phonogram Y says I because it's at the end of a syllable. G says G because it's followed by O, not E, I, or Y. And the phonogram O reduced to the first schwa sound because it's in the unstressed syllable. And we apply the set to spell method and say zygomatic for spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Zygo is a combining form meaning yolk or yolk-shaped. The yolk is a horizontal being that's in the head of animals and connected to a vehicle or load they are pulling. Ma is a noun suffix meaning result. So zygoma means a yolk-shaped structure. Ik or tik is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So zygomatic means relating to yolk-shaped structure. And a zygomatic bone is a yolk-shaped bony structure. The next word is cranium. Cranium has 3 syllables and the stress is at the first one. First syllable is cray, k. The first sound of k, s, a. The second sound of a, r. The second syllable is knee, n. E. The third sound of e, I, e, y. The last syllable is the first sound of u, u, w. C says k because it's followed by r, not e, I, or y. The phonogram A says it's long sound because it's at the end of a syllable. And the phonogram I says e because it's at the end of a syllable. And cranium is a base word meaning skull and oval bony structure. The next word is maxilla. Maxilla has 3 syllables and the stress is at the second one. The first syllable is max, a. The first sound of a, r. X. The first sound of x, z. The second syllable is ill, e. The first sound of e, I, e, y. O. The last syllable is l, o. The first schwa sound reduced from r. The third sound of a, r. We apply the center spell method and say maxilla for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Then we restore the phonogram A and say R sound because it's at the end of word. Maxilla is a base word meaning jawbone or upper jaw. The next word is mandible. Mandible has 3 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is man. A. The first sound of a, r. The second syllable is the. The first schwa sound reduced from I. The second sound of e, I, e, y. The last syllable is bo. O. Dark L. The concept between dark L and light L are quite simple. Let's begin with the light L. The light L is simply a consonant sound, and we put the tip of a tongue behind the upper teeth and say O. The dark L is a vowel consonant sound. It consists of 2 parts. The first part is the first schwa sound, and the second part is a light L. We say dark L in the last syllable because we need a vowel to connect 2 consonants B and O. And we also need a silent final E in the last syllable since every syllable must have a written vowel. The phonogram I says the first schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the set to spell method and say man die bo for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Mandy is a combining form meaning to chew. Bo is a noun suffix meaning an instrument or tool. So mandible means an instrument for chewing or lower jaw. The next one is nasal bone. Nasal has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is nay. A, the second sound of a, r. The second syllable is zo. Z, the second sound of s. The first schwa sound reduced from a. The first sound of a, r. O. The phonogram a says it's long sound because it's at the end of a syllable. And the phonogram a in the last syllable says it's first schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the set to spell method and say nasal for spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Nas is a combining form meaning nose. L is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So nasal means relating to the nose. And the nasal bone is a bone relating to the nose. The next word is incisor. Incisor has 3 syllables and the stress is at the second one. The first syllable is in, e, the first sound of e, I, e, y. The second syllable is sigh, s, the second sound of k, s. I, the second sound of e, I, e, y. The last syllable is zer, z, the second sound of s, z. The schwa sound of or, all controlled by r. C says s because it's followed by I. The phonogram I says I because it's at the end of a syllable. And the phonogram or says it's schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the set to spell method and say incisor for the spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. In is a prefix meaning in or into. This is a combining form meaning to cut. Is a noun suffix meaning a person or thing. So incisor means a thing cutting into something else. The next word is canine. Canine has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is k, the first sound of k, s. A, the second sound of a, r. The last syllable is 9. I, the second sound of e, I, e, y. C says k because it's followed by a, not e, I, or y. The phonogram a says it's long sound because it's at the end of a syllable. And the phonogram I says it's long sound because of a silent final e. Can is a combining form meaning dog. on is an adjective suffix meaning related to something, made of something, or like something. So canine means like a dog. It could also be used as a noun, meaning a dog or a tooth like a dog's tooth. The last word is molar. Molar has 2 syllables and the stress is at the first one. The first syllable is mo. O, the second sound of a, o, u. The second syllable is l. The schwa sound of r, a controlled by r. The phonogram o says it's long sound because it's at the end of a syllable. And the phonogram r says it's schwa sound because it's in an unstressed syllable. And we apply the set to spell method and say molar for spelling purpose by putting the stress on all syllables. Mo is a combining form meaning millstone, a stone instrument for grinding wheat or other grains. L or R is an adjective suffix meaning relating to something. So molar means relating to millstone, and it could also be used as a noun meaning a tooth like a millstone for grinding food. And that's it. This is memory space through speaking. See you on the next video. Bye bye.